Hey! I tell you what I'm gonna give you, snakes. I'm gonna give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly, yellow, no-good keister off my property before I pump your guts full of lead.
Hey guys, what's going on? Chris here from Shughead Gaming, wishing you all a Merry Christmas. Welcome to the first ever annual Shuggmas game giveaway. With the support of some great developers in the VR community, I wanted to put some presents under the tree for all my subscribers, old and new. These are some of my favorite games this year that I'm giving away. All are digital and can vary by region, so here's how you qualify. First off, subscribe. Then leave a comment telling me what games you want to be entered for and your region of choice. Then on December 27th, check back and I will be posting a new video giving away all these games. So without further ado, let's see what's under the tree. First up is Red Matter, one of the most recent releases for PSVR and a huge end of the year surprise. Red Matter is a story-driven VR puzzle adventure game set during a dystopian sci-fi Cold War. Take on the role of Agent Epsilon, an astronaut of the Atlantic Union dispatched to an abandoned Volgravian moon base on a frozen, faraway planet. Your mission? To investigate a shady top-secret research project. Easily one of the best-looking PSVR games to date and a really good narrative-driven puzzler to boot. Under the virtual tree, I have 2 North American copies to give away. Next up is Detached, another sci-fi game and another fantastic surprise for PSVR. Detached is a space exploration game that demands tactics and skill to survive. Strap yourself in for hardcore gameplay, uniquely designed for VR headsets. In Detached, you are trapped in an abandoned space station as you race against borrowed time to find your crew before your oxygen supply runs out. Solve puzzles to open airlocks, locate power cores, and disable transmitters. Something tells you that you won't be alone when you finally escape into the universe's deep infinity. Detached was one of the few games this year to give me that holy shit moment I felt when I first jumped into VR. Under the virtual tree, I have 2 North American codes to give away. Next under the tree is Rush. Take a dive into the adrenaline-pumping world of wingsuit flying, soar down mountainsides at breakneck speeds, weave through canyons, dodge outcrops, and plummet down sheer drops as you race towards the finish line. Rush is some of the most fun I've had in VR this year, and especially when jumping in with up to 7 other friends. Especially for my EU subscribers, I have 1 copy of Rush to give away. Next up is Bout of Blood. Stand at the bridge of your mighty airship with immersive high-tech controls that respond to your touch as you pilot the ship. Task your crew, aim weapons, route power, and even pull your trusty sidearm out when the enemy gets too close for comfort. With fantastic ship-to-ship combat and Borderland-esque graphics, Bout of Blood is easily one of my favorite games this year. Overshadowed by releasing on the same week as Firewall 0 Hour, I cannot recommend enough that you check this out. Under my virtual tree, I have 2 North American copies and another 2 EU copies to give away. Also under the tree, I have Transpose. Easily one of the most innovative and fun puzzle games in VR, Transpose is a dreamlike VR puzzle game set in a universe where time and gravity are used as tools to manipulate the world. By creating and working with loop recordings of their actions, players must solve increasingly complex physics puzzles with various versions of their previous actions, all working together. From the developers of Blasters of the Universe, Transpose showed me what puzzle games could be in VR. Under the virtual tree, I have 2 North American copies of Transpose to give away. Next up is yet another PSVR surprise hit, In Death. Created exclusively for VR, In Death is a roguelike shooter set in the godless afterlife. Battle through procedurally generated levels and dungeons in intense ranged combat, coupled with a unique locomotion system perfectly attuned to your fighting style. In Death, coming off like a ranged combat riff on the Souls series, may actually be one of my favorite PSVR games this year, and especially so after the most recent locomotion patches. For you guys, I have 2 North American copies and 2 EU copies of this fantastic game to give away. Also under the tree, I see a very recent title to PSVR, and that is Gun Club VR. Take to the range with an arsenal of the world's most powerful weaponry in Gun Club VR. Addictive gameplay and unsurpassed realism combine to make Gun Club VR the ultimate virtual weapon simulator. Nothing says Merry Christmas like an automatic assault rifle, so for you guys, I have a North American copy of Gun Club VR to give away. As we near the end of the giveaway, I see under the tree one of my top 10 PSVR games. That would be none other than The Persistence, a brutal VR sci-fi stealth horror and roguelike. The Persistence challenges you to survive aboard a doomed colony ship overrun with mutants. The crew have all been killed, but with just a clone printer to provide host bodies and an armory fabricator to supply weapons, can you survive long enough to repair the ship and make it back home? The Persistence is AAA VR all the way, and one you need in your collections. To help make that happen, I have 5 North American copies and another 5 EU copies to give away. A little survival horror to get you in the Christmas spirit. Almost done, but I can't do a 2018 giveaway without giving away 2 physical copies of one of the biggest titles to hit PSVR this year. Of course, I'm talking about PSVR's new mascot, Astro Bot. Astro Bot out Nintendo and easily delivers one of the best platform games ever. And I have 2 physical copies of this amazing platform title to give away to my North American subscribers. And finally, under the tree, a game from Santa Shug. It wouldn't be a Christmas giveaway without Firewall 0 Hour. Bringing the Rainbow Six formula to PSVR, Firewall 0 Hour puts the gun in your hand and delivers some of the best team-based first-person action I've ever experienced. Firewall 0 Hour needs to be played with the fantastic aim controller, and as such, I'm giving away a complete Firewall and aim bundle away to one lucky North American subscriber. So guys, that wraps up the 2018 annual Shuggmas game giveaway. Remember to subscribe if you haven't, and leave me a comment below letting me know what games you want, and of course your region. Stay tuned for the follow-up video December 27th and see if there's something under the tree for you. Thanks for everything this year, guys, and Merry Christmas from my family to my PSVR family. As always, I'll catch you guys on my next video.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.